Why do we require the Ombudsman? The Ombudsman is an independent oversight institution which monitors the exercise of state powers that cause unfairness, dispels inequalities, securing justice for all, relieves the unnecessary burden on citizens, and promotes good governance in public agencies for the benefits of people. What is injustice? Failure to perform in compliance with laws or performance beyond legal duties and powers by state agencies or employees and laws, rules, regulations or orders, as well as redundant operational procedures which inflict burden to the public. How can the Ombudsman help? The Ombudsman renders access to justice to those unfairly treated by state employees with aims to relieve their grievances. Who can be appointed as Ombudsman? A person with evident integrity, knowledge, expertise, and extensive experiences on state affairs who had been in the position not lower than a Director General, or head of an equivalent public agency, or head of a state agency at least comparable to a department as prescribed by the selection committee. Two positions are open for those with such qualifications who must have held such position for a period of not less than 5 years. Another position is open for a person with at least 20 years of experiences in the operation of public activities. Each ombudsman can only serve for a 7-year tenure, which cannot be renewed. Mandate and jurisdiction of the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman can exercise his or her powers by proposing related state agencies to rectify laws, rules, or regulations which cause unfairness or create unnecessary burdens to the citizens. Conducting fact-finding investigations to solve problems caused by state agencies or state officials for injured citizens and propose recommendations to the concerned authorities to rectify or eliminate grievances or injustices. Reporting to the Council of Ministers about failure of state agencies to perform duties as prescribed in Section 5 Duties of the State of the Constitution of the Kingdom of Thailand, BE 2550. Proposing to the Constitutional Court with any legal provision that begs the question of constitutionality. Proposing to Administrative Court on rules, orders, and actions of state agencies or state officials that beg the question of constitutionality or legality. How does the Ombudsman work? The Ombudsman's objective is to resolve problems while establishing cooperative ties with stakeholders by not penalizing any party. The Ombudsman aims at integrating the cooperation between related state agencies. How to lodge a complaint? Via telephone by dialing hotline number 1676, free and available nationwide. Via mobile application. Application The Ombudsman or ผู้ตรวจการแผ่นดิน can be downloaded and installed via App Store for iOS devices and Play Store for Android users. Via Internet, visit our official website worldwideweb.ombudsman.go.th to lodge your complaint online. By post, submit the complaint to the Office of the Ombudsman Thailand, 5th floor, รัฐประศาสนภักดี Building, the government complex commemorating His Majesty the King's 80th birthday anniversary, 5th December, BE 2550. Briefly, the government complex, แจ้งวัฒนะ Road, ทุ่งสองห้อง Sub-District, Laxi District, Bangkok, 10210. Or Post Office Box 333, the Government Complex, Bangkok, 10215. In person, you can lodge a complaint in person at the Office of the Ombudsman Thailand, the Government Complex, รัฐประศาสนภักดี Building 5th floor แจ้งวัฒนะ Road ทุ่ง2 ห้อง Sub-District หลักศรี District Bangkok Examples of settled cases Submitting a case to the Constitutional Court, the Ombudsman considered that provision of the Revenue Code that have brought about the husband and wife's higher tax burden by a progressive tax rate were contrary to the equality provision of the Constitution. The provisions were, therefore, unenforceable. The amendment is needed to permit the right of each spouse to file his or her own tax return separately. The Ombudsman addressed an issue in which the elderly were required to return the old age allowance they had received in duplicate with spatial pension and assured that the elderly is entitled to receive both spatial pension and allowance simultaneously as they are from different sources of income. The Ombudsman recommended the Royal Thai Police to revise its regulation on fingerprinting as it requires the information of the suspect or defendants who are in the middle of legal proceedings and the information of defendants the court found guilty to be recorded in the same database. Therefore, the Royal Thai Police was recommended to keep suspect record database and criminal record database separately and to set up specific time frame for the completion of reporting of final case results from each police station to the Criminal Records Division of the Royal Thai Police. The Vocational Skill Enhancement Project for students who cannot pursue further studies after compulsory education was initiated by the Ombudsman according to the Ombudsman's mandate to inspect the compliance of the state agencies with Section 54 of Chapter 5, Duty of the State of the Constitution, to protect and ensure that every child receives quality educations to become a decent citizen. They will be able to enter the labor market as skilled labor with better income and quality of life. The Ombudsman resolved the problem of road steep slopes and sharp curves causing frequent car accidents in Phuket and made recommendation to the Phuket Highway District to impose short and long-term measures to reduce the risk of accidents and injuries and regularly report them to the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman systematically tackled issue of the accident of oil depot fire in Omyai Sub-District, Nakhon Pathom Province by playing a role of intermediary to coordinate with the pertinent agencies to draw up standardized scheme and preventive measures as well as systematic practical guidelines to avoid recurring incidents.